Yes, guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to the midweek podcast.
Hey, yo, what's our name?
We ain't got one.
That's true, no, we ain't got one. Boy, you must be. How are you feeling today?
A little bit special. Don't cry, no tears on my show, but a little bit special. I like you though.
Quick
We're
one.
not here to do this, by the way.
No, but like it's only right we start talking about have a look.
his
Let's just see what you think, because I think Arteta just
Them yellow tints ain't seen tears.
Arteta on the verge of another trophy for the season.
Crazy buzz.
So DB said on the weekend that said it might be a glorified Pochettino.
Yeah, this is real. It's real.
Arteta's a glorified Pochettino, bro. Tell me what Pochettino, what he, even though.
And me personally, I wouldn't have that. But I don't know what you think about it, because you're the Arsenal fan here. That's your gaffer.
Who said that?
DB, a good friend of ours. Friend? Can you say friend?
Anyways, yeah, what a ridiculous statement.
Yeah.
By a ridiculous
DB, I
person.
can tell you now, it wasn't a ridiculous statement, bro. I don't know what you're
It's
doing.
so foolish.
It wasn't foolish.
And it's all of this criticism is coming from guys that are doing worse than us, and they're just looking up at the table, and they're just doing a little hate watch alongs. They're doing whatever they're doing. Like, bro, focus on your club. Know who you support. Focus on your players. Focus on guys like Anthony, guys like Madueke shaking his dreads to Chief Keef, trying to take penalties. To guys like Jackson. Do you get? Focus. Stop watching us.
At the end of the day, guys, because tables will fly here in a second. We know how we get hot in the place. We all know what was meant to happen for these lot. Supposedly, the media works was meant to, the floodgates were meant to open for you guys. You guys were meant to, it was meant to be your year, bro. It's looking like it's a repeat. Nearly, man.
But do you think it's unfair to judge, considering that Pep is still in the league and City is there's such a juggernaut compared to everyone else in the league?
But you guys said, I remember this so vividly. You guys literally said in December, this is the year. If
Who's
it was
you
ever gonna
guys?
be the year, this would be the year because they're vulnerable. I would literally remember.
Who's you guys?
You people were saying that.
Don't generalize.
People were
Say
saying
names,
that.
brother.
Don't
Say names.
come in your angle like you weren't looking to
Say names.
actually win this game.
Listen.
Okay, before the season, when you saw Champions League was in your reign, where did you think you were gonna come?
NIKO, what did I say? I said it's gonna be a lot harder because we have Champions League football.
Do you know, Arsenal fans, I feel like you've just never been confident in winning the actual league itself, whereas you've always hyped up when you've almost been there. Like, for example, a few weeks ago you were saying, not you per se, but there's been fans saying that they're going to win the league. But look, it is what it is, and now you're still in the Premier League. You still only won 2 points behind.
Something like that.
Premier League was gone, man. You know it's gone, man. You know it's gone.
Are you gonna finish top half in the table?
It's gone.
Are Chelsea gonna finish top half of the
I
table?
haven't been talking.
That's a question to you guys at home.
That-
Will Chelsea finish in the top half of the table? Let us know in the comments.
We've got a greater chance to do that than they have got to win something.
One win against Everton.
Hey, bro.
Well,
One
I
win
mean,
against
like,
Hey, bro.
I mean, that conversation can go far. Like, I could go all day long. But I think we're here to talk about.
We're gonna do a red versus blue one day.
Yeah. I think we're here to talk about is actually, we'll come out to the end of the season, come out to the climax, and team of the season starting to leak through. So we're gonna kind of sort of react to, I guess, a few viewers. Team of the season. I think we should start off from defence, work our way up.
Yeah. Hopefully
All
we
right.
get some sort of inaugural patterns that you guys can see
Yeah.
while we speak about certain players.
Well,
Yes, exactly.
I've got a question. Do you guys want to go 3 at the back or 4 at the back?
Well, that's up to you. I'll read it out. You decide on what you think.
No worries.
All right, so we'll start with.
I don't think there's enough players to go for the back.
Nah.
Yeah.
So let me start off with the goalkeeper, okay? Which I'm sure there's not really been a standout keeper, but a lot of people, including Mr. Tottenham Joe, has vouched for, which is Vicario.
Now let's be
Spurs?
honest. Who cares what that guy says?
Yeah, who gives
Who
a
cares
damn?
what that guy says?
Who gives a damn about any Spurs?
All right, but who would you say then?
Vicario,
Who would you
really?
guys say? Who would you guys
Really?
say?
Like, there's been no standout keeper, so it has to be Alisson, right?
Yeah.
Has he been standout though?
He's been one of the best, no? It was
mean,
only until his until
yeah,
his injury
exactly,
that people were
exactly.
giving him, oh yeah, this guy's the best, and we're talking about Vicario. Vicario's been having battles with Onana down there. Do you get?
Yeah.
Let them man stay there. Let them stay in their level. Know themselves. Do you get?
So,
Spurs.
so you'd say Alisson.
100%.
You say Alisson as well.
Like at default, literally the same argument. Not because of anything amazing, just because if anything, it's been a statuesque type of.
It's a
he's
tricky one.
consistent, he's
Yeah.
what you want. He's
Yeah.
a consistent. He gives you consistent.
He's the standard bearer, bro.
If Vicario had a good start to the season, but as it's gone on, it's almost been so passive. I think with most keepers, though.
It's
Most
ups and
keepers.
downs. Obviously, as this Tottenham Joe guy says, oh yeah, we've had 4 fullbacks in the back line, and then obviously you're gonna concede goals from that, innit? But from what we've seen, Vicario is not the best goalkeeper of the season.
He's not the best shot stopper. I haven't seen him do a great amount.
There's not been a
deal.
standout save, you say.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only kept 6 clean sheets in the league, 49 goals conceded, which
Obviously,
is...
that isn't a reflective on his performance.
No,
Obviously, but we understand.
and it's hard to say because look at the way Tottenham play compared to other teams. I mean, that's not Vicario's fault either, but they're so open at the back. They're so open, they're so exposed that you don't know where they'll be. I mean, with most keepers, I guess you put Alisson in that team, you put sort of like, let's say Onana, let's put Ederson. Who knows where they'll be? I guess we'll never know. But Vicario was chosen. Obviously, you shouldn't Alisson. I'll probably say Alisson as well. I'll be honest with you guys.
Clean slate.
All right, boys. Defenders. I mean, defenders. Another one. Let's start from left to right. We've got Destiny Udogie. We've got Virgil van Dijk, William Saliba, and Benjamin Blanco White.
The fullbacks for me.
We'll start with Udogie. I mean, now that we're on the Tottenham again. I mean, is there a big standout left back
No, but
other than him?
for a left-sided player that's been standout is Nathan Ake for me.
Yeah, but he's been in and out of that squad. I think Garvadio was the other
Yeah,
one.
Exactly. But
He's sort
But
of
I feel
stepped
like
up.
that's because there's certain teams that like Pep will play that free man in the back in terms of where it looks like it's 4 in the back, but it's really 3 in the back type.
Exactly. That's the thing.
But agree with him. I haven't seen any standout performances from fullback positions this year.
There really hasn't. has it?
Barring Trent's small run before December, we haven't really seen any outstanding performances from any fullback in the Prem.
plus, we have to take in like left wing backs as well, like Nori at Wolves, who's had a fantastic season. Do you get it? And I was thinking to put him in there, but he is a left wing back, so it's kind of.
But you think the fact because he plays for Wolves and he doesn't play for such a big club, and that these type of players they do get overlooked by, for example, like the other right back in his position would be Ben White, who's in the team all season from the viewers.
But you know, if you know ball, you know ball in it, and he has been one of the better left-sided players. But for me, the standard bearer, and for someone that's been pinnacle on the left side of the defense is Nathan Ake.
Nathan Ake? I'll go with Udogie. I can't lie. I just feel like he's been consistent to what he does, like going forward and coming back.
I think before December, yes.
Yeah, but he's been
Yeah.
he's like
After
on
that
off,
period.
on off. You know what I'm saying? Because of injuries as well.
Yeah.
I saw the last game Mudryk gave him a show. And you know how I feel about Mudryk.
I think we all feel the same way as you about Mudryk. I can't lie.
I said
Yeah. What about Ben White right back?
No,
Did he deserve that?
no.
Really? I thought you'd vouch for someone like Ben White. I mean, he's
Been good. Best in the league? Nah.
So what's your choice?
I think best in the league in the standards of what the Prem is. Obviously, he falls short of that, but obviously, I would say best in the league this year. It's hard to argue over it just because of he has. I visually can count. He's had countless quite good performances where I've been surprised to even say the least.
Yeah.
Where defensively, I think he's more astute to the position.
100%.
You could before you would say he was the centre back molded into this right back.
I think that's what it is most nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, most managers do that. So speaking of centre backs, then William Saliba and Van Dijk. That obviously means no City players in that team. In the whole.
I need John Stones in there, man.
But then it's like team of the season. Like, do you think overall in the whole team from September till now, does Stones actually
and John Stones, and I don't know.
Ahead of Saliba and Van Dijk?
I don't know if he's ahead, but he's there.
That's the thing. Obviously, you're gonna have people over and analyzing it because John Stones does step up into that midfield
Exactly.
from his position in it. So, for me, it's a battle. Like for me, Ruben Diaz hasn't been a stand-up player for that City team.
No City defender really has, to be honest. When you
Like as an opposing like centre back, nah, not for me. He's been good and he's been at the level that he needs to be. Obviously, to play in the squad week in week out, but you can't really for what Arsenal have done and for what City have done and for what Liverpool have done. It has to be.
I haven't seen any other than his goals. Similar to what you've said, thought like your reasons to advocate against him. Van Dijk hasn't done anything deserving to be in there, other than him scoring literal goals. Defensively, this is arguably one of his most liable seasons, bro.
Yeah.
The slip, what?
Was it him that slipped, didn't
That replica slip. I was sending
That's costly.
memes, bro. I was sending Gerrard memes. I was thinking that slip is literally, if you were to put that with the Gerrard slip.
But if you look at it as well,
At the point of which it happened in the season,
Yeah.
that was late in the season as well, when Demba Ba got through and scored that goal.
Oh, okay. So if it's not Van Dijk, then it has to be Saliba and Gabriel, then no?
Nah,
No, but let me counter that. Because I feel like with Van Dijk, if you look at it, he hasn't had his main goalkeeper in goal, Alisson, right? He's been off, and you have Kelleher. Trent Alexander, he's been out for so long. Robertson as well. Konate,
And he hasn't really had
he's
the
coming in and
power.
out.
No, consistent partner.
Liverpool's is different. I think Liverpool's is they've actually had defensive deficiencies.
Yeah,
Like,
but do you think Van Dijk is the reason for that, or?
well, in the case of him having a team of the year season, then 100%. Like, don't get me wrong, he has had a better season. However, I don't think he's the best centre back in the.
Oh no, definitely not. I think he's definitely the best centre back. But
Don't
he's
get me wrong,
definitely.
I'll give you one of them. I ain't giving you both of them. Hell no.
Is that
Hell no.
Maguire?
I'm so sorry.
Who?
I personally,
I'll say it to you.
I don't think that Gabriel guy is anything.
Really.
I don't think he's squash bonnet. Like, he could be Nathan Ake for all I care. Like, I'll be so real to you.
Do you know it comes to Arsenal? It just comes. It's that
And that's not an Arsenal slander. I've genuinely watched this guy play.
with Arsenal. It's that final last bit they need to get over that line, and then that's where you expect someone that's leaving and
They'll play
Gabriel to come in. Anyways, I mean that's our opinions. I mean, you guys might think different. You guys might think otherwise. Let us know what you guys think. Into the midfield. Controversial, I don't know. Declan Rice, Rodri, and Phil Foden in the cam position. I mean, Phil Foden. I think everyone will have Phil Foden in their team, in that cam position.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no one else.
That is actually like who? Yeah,
I think he's in the team, but like I feel like now it comes to the point where, do you feel okay? Cool. Not to take away from what we're talking about. Do you think we live in a world where we're walking into an age where there's a blend mix between players in the midfield and in the front three?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's annoying, but you're gonna have to set people in positions in it. And for me, Foden, obviously he does drift out to the left and he does drift out to the right, but from the way they set up, it's like a 2 kind of 10 situation. So he's got to be in the 10 for me, innit?
Yeah.
Right.
It is very similar to like the whole like fullback coming into midfield. Into midfield, or the centre back, John Stones coming forward. Same as like you said, Phil Foden as a cam, like, drifting in and out of the wings and striker position. But I got a question for you, Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Foden, would you say he's better than Martin Odegaard?
This season?
Let's just say in what he's achieved, what he brings to the team, and what you think. This is the season as well.
Yeah.
You would say he's better than
Yeah,
Martin
I would.
Odegaard. Okay.
Because
I have so much respect for you. I have so much respect. This is an unbiased Arsenal fan, guys.
this is what I've been trying to show you, lot. But obviously, you've got guys on a Sunday show trying to talk rubbish and down on my name. But I'm here for you guys. I'm an Arsenal fan, yes. I'm Arsenal till I die. I've got an Arsenal set. Do you get it?
You're a
But
football fan before an Arsenal fan, yeah?
I've been saying. Do you
Is it?
remember? You
Oh.
remember now?
Smoke screens coming out the gun and barrel.
Okay.
But obviously, it's the way that for me it's kind of weird because Odegaard's been playing in a different role this season for me. Innit? He's not that typical number 10 maestro, and he's trying to play those final balls. He's getting on the ball deeper or on the left, and he's trying to make things happen from deeper. And then you have Havertz. And
Do you
then,
think that's been a adaptive situation or more of a reactive situation? Because I feel like there's times where in a mission, especially in football now, so many players can go missing, and not in a case where it's even their fault. The game is going away from them. Kind of thing.
I'd say
so
it's
he's dropping back to fill in gaps to make sure he gets the ball. Because in many cases, I've watched Arsenal, and even the last game, he played well. Every time Jorginho plays, I find him liable for you, hella liable, and hence why you're finding him dropping deeper into that third to come back up again. Again, that's just about how you man play. But
to answer your question, I'd say it is reactive because at the start of the season he was playing a lot different and he was getting the numbers.
Who's that? Odegaard?
Odegaard, yeah.
Odegaard.
And then obviously, say like 8 games in, he was like our DM but playing 10, and he's been that. So he's more for me off the ball this season. He's been sublime, innit? And he's been getting a lot of hate that I've been seeing on Twitter. I won't say no names, but his role's like it's so weird. But he's that like not our first trigger point, but from the midfield point, he's our first trigger point. He's like a DM now, and then he's like a DM maestro that's playing so far further forward. So I do respect it, but it is like DJ said, reactive, innit?
Yeah.
And it's something that we've had to do, and it has worked out in some instances, and it hasn't worked out in others, innit? So yes, Phil Foden for me has been the best quote unquote number 10 in the league this season.
What about Rice and Rodri? Do you think they both
that's a tough
deserve?
argument. That's a tough argument. I would say
Rodri's the most played player, one of the most played DMs in the league, if not the most. I mean, he even complained about
I think
himself.
Rice has started every game since about September now.
Who's that?
Rice.
Yes.
I'm not wrong. I saw it the other day. Yeah. In terms of maybe I wasn't paying attention to how West Ham played previously in the season before, but he's worth 100 mil.
He's worth 200, and then
I'm not gonna lie. In terms of what I'm looking at when I see my 100 mil players, it's blasphemous.
And you know what? Yeah, there's been so much dirt being thrown in this guy's name over the past 2 games.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Just
He's
because
great.
of the
He's a good.
results.
He's a good player.
You know what I mean? And it's mind-boggling, and I've seen it from Arsenal fans as well. And you lot should be ashamed of yourselves. But for me, it's gonna be those 2, and then you have guys like Douglas Luiz and Paulinho from Fulham always knocking on the door in it. And those 2 players could have had big moves in it, and they've chosen to stay. So I think that
Not Enzo Fernandez?
Huh?
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 Huh? Who's
Oh
that?
no.
That fake Argentinian.
He's giving 6 out of 10s,
what?
5s out of 10s every game.
Bro,
And obviously,
he done a Di Maria on us. I don't want to even get onto that topic.
obviously, when you talk about Enzo, you got to talk about Caicedo as well, innit?
But do you know the good thing about Rice is that I think people forget that he's still very young, and he's playing in such a responsible
And
position.
he shouldn't
as
be
well.
playing in the 6.
He's playing in such a responsible position, and I think that
No.
I mean in a few years' time, he could be one of the best DMs.
At West Ham, he
there
was playing 8, bro. He should be playing 8 for us. Obviously,
No,
because
that's because he had Ogbonna and all them, man.
that's a centre back, bro.
Yeah, but the guy played. The guy came up. The guy played.
But bro, Thomas Partey. Obviously, he's had his injuries, but even last night he could have started. With Jorginho, he has to then play as a 6 and an 8 at the same time and let Jorginho fill in around him. Do you get it?
Okay. Well, I mean, it's quite evident that we don't have no Liverpool players, midfielders in there. I mean, I just want to read out a quick fact as well. Liverpool most chances created, most chances missed, most shots per game, most accurate long passes, and most accurate crosses per game, and most shots off the woodwork.
Now,
Pretty sure.
But do you think that's the midfielders' faults?
No, they don't have a 1 midfielder and double-digit stats on anything.
But is that their fault, or do you think it's the forwards?
I'd say it's because of the start of the season.
Right.
That's why we're overlooking them, innit?
Yeah.
Because they had to wait for Endo to come in, so McAllister had to play 6. Then when Endo came in, it didn't click straight away.
So it took a while for them to realise their best positions.
Yeah, and then now you've got you've got Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Endo, and now you don't see what you saw at the start of the season from Szoboszlai, where it was like
was amazing.
Yeah, it was magical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then now it's looking like McAllister's that player that we all thought Szoboszlai would be.
Yeah.
So it's a weird one, but they've had a fantastic season from when it's clicked.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. They've not been better than what's been in the league.
If Liverpool win the league, would you put like a McAllister in there? If they win the league.
But who does he go over? Does he get in ahead of Rice? Does he get in ahead of Rodri? Does he get in ahead of Foden?
I don't think you would. I don't think you would say he's had a better cluster of performances better than either of those two guys. It would be very hard. Rice has won the games for Arsenal handedly by himself. Rodri's literally scored winners for City. I know McAllister's recently done it in the past, say fortnight or so.
Yeah,
I'm honest.
You play Fortnite now?
What?
Nah, you still streamer or Fortnite.
Bro, is this lockdown?
It went over his head. But I think this is a long shot. I think Liverpool technically, barring Klopp doesn't do something crazy, I think that midfield has the bearings to be the strongest in the Prem going forward.
So it's not the forward's fault, you'd say?
I think it's the case of a lot of the time Klopp plays in this positional way where the midfield isn't detriment to the team.
Right.
So he needs his holding midfielder to be solid so that he can push his flanks.
Yeah.
In that pincher type formation. So he's never needed his midfielders to be on the chart sheet giving you. That's why Jordan Henderson's had this fake career. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Jordan Henderson, but
yeah, he's had a lot of like mobile midfielders.
You know
like you see it even like at Dortmund when he had those players as well. Here now, Henderson, Fabinho, they're not really superstars, but they're players that do the work for you.
They're just cogs, in it, really and truly.
Yeah. Well, I guess if it's not the forwards' fault, but I guess we'll move on to forwards now that we're here now.
This should be very simple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see. Okay, so in right mid, we do have a one that's a familiar face, Mohamed Salah. Mm-hmm. Up front, we've got someone who I personally don't think he should be there. It should be someone else, but we'll get onto that. Erling Haaland and one of your favourites, Mr. Cole Palmer. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Brown, boy.
There needs to be an edit on that. But Cole Palmer, do you think he's been player of the season? As an individual.
That's not even question marks, bro.
Really?
What are we talking about? This is his first full season.
You know what? For me,
your first full season.
For me, obviously he's been the most impactful right-sided player. And I was gonna say like if you've got him and Salah and they're both playing on the right, but they both have to be there, innit?
He's another forward where it's like he goes in and out of like the cam,
but he's like a right-sided
He floats around. They float around that area.
But it's always that right-sided. Like,
and then plus he did play 9 at the start, like at the start of the season as well, innit?
He's ETA, whatever you call that stat. He's always on that right side, but he pinches really well. Like he hovers over that 10 mark but still pinches into that right side. I don't see how I have him over Salah this year because he has 10 assists. He has 10 assists as well, bro. What are we talking about? Salah doesn't have that.
But ahead of Foden, then you'd put him ahead of Foden.
Nah.
Hey, see, this is a tricky one because then a lot of times it goes to the best player.
I had Foden on the left.
No, but I would say like as in that player of the season.
No.
Because let's say City go and win the league, a lot of people are going to say usually they give it to the player who has won the league.
If City win the league, I think you have to give it to Phil Foden.
Right. Honourable mention, it has to be.
In terms of like MVP of the season, like the whole thing, like who's the it has to be him.
How old is Cole Palmer again? I keep forgetting. I know he's very young.
Cole Palmer, I think he's 21 or 28. Yeah, if I have that wrong.
You know what? Speaking on the right side, obviously we're gonna have a couple of comments on it. We haven't.
Should we address the elephant in the room? I feel like
don't even forget.
There's someone else. Okay.
There's a particular Arsenal player.
Yeah.
Don't even forget, bro.
Who's that? I don't know who you're thinking of.
Bukayo Saka.
Been missing.
Been missing.
Didn't he limp off again last night? Was he injured?
Swear that.
No, he didn't limp off. We're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. But he's been one of the best players in the league this season, no?
It's a tough one because I mean, yeah, you're right. He has, he's had these moments where he sort of dragged Arsenal with some goals and some assists. But I think a lot of people.
When it matters,
it's that one. It's that one where I feel like
when it matters.
For example, you look at the game. Let's just forget about the Champions League. Forget about that. But the games against like who did he lose against? Aston Villa,
Newcastle.
Do you know? I feel like Arsenal's are the.
He beat Newcastle.
Do you know? Arsenal fans are the victims to their own success, not success, but sort of the way you guys sort of talk about it, right? Saying that Saka is this world-class player, this incredible guy that he's better than Foden, he's one of the best in the world, he could reach the heights of like Mo Salah. So it's like when he does get criticised, it is because everyone, all these Arsenal fans just hype him up to that level. We're like, okay, show us.
So in that instance, he is overly criticised.
Overly criticised?
He is overly criticised.
Okay.
And he does get a lot of hate. But obviously, I just wanted to throw a little spanner in the woodworks there. But for me, personally, I don't think he has been that best right-sided player. There's been better than him. But obviously, you got to give the player an honourable mention.
No, I would agree with it. Honourable mention is fair to say. But Salah's definitely right mid.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'll lose.
Nah, but then that's what I'm saying. Like, you can put them on the left. Like, nowadays, you just put players forward.
I need to. You guys are gonna rattle me.
All I want to say is, Erling Haaland, right? I've got no problem with him. I've got no qualms with like how he scores goals, the goals he scored. But I think there's just one player that I think deserves to be in that position rather than him.
Please say the right player, by the way. If you get this wrong, like
19 goals, no penalties, 10 assists in the season, right? Ollie Watkins.
Thank you very much.
100%.
Ollie Watkins has been
100%.
crazy good.
17 goals, 9 assists.
Who's this?
Get me Cole Palmer in there.
Who's that?
Get me Cole Palmer in there.
Salah. He's talking about Salah. That's amazing.
Get me Cole. Yeah.
So
That's amazing stuff.
So who do you take out from Salah? Because then I guess if you put Palmer on the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put Palmer on the right, put Salah on the left.
What's it different?
Put Foden in the 10.
No.
Simple.
Phil Foden's the cam. He's the cam.
Yeah.
So where's Watkins go then?
Up top. Get Haaland out.
So you put Haaland ahead of Watkins?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
So it's simple then. We're all agreed.
But why do you think Haaland gets ahead of Watkins?
Because I've never seen that kid bust his ass the way Watkins has busted his ass
Bro,
this season.
he's technically he's so sound. He's
You
so
think-
Watkins.
I think Watkins gives me a bit of a...
See that goal against Arsenal when he just dinked it. He chipped.
Yeah, very true. I feel like there's something about him gives me a bit jinky. I don't know.
I thought he was going to compare him to like an old school striker. Like
I was, but
like a Darren Bent or Jermaine
yeah,
Defoe.
something like that.
Fair.
Like
I was
gonna
say Jermaine
Defoe,
Defoe, yeah.
but I feel like Defoe's finishing is just a tad better than his.
He's an elite, like
Yeah, it's like it's better. Don't get me wrong. What he's done this season has been nothing short of amazing. Like he's finalized those I remember last season he would go running the corners, hold ball play and then get the Baileys involved and all that.
Yeah.
But now he's like very stingent in his play. Like he hadn't scored a lot of like those through the gaps, through the planes. Like him, Emery's just really finalized his game to a point where it's evident in the stats now.
Yeah, I mean he's scoring.
I think he's another one. I spoke about this. I think I spoke about this before. I said he was going to be the reason why Tony doesn't get on the plane.
Really, you think so?
For this summer, because arguably since that period of Tony coming back in that January,
Yeah.
It's been night and day.
Well, I mean, Watkins banging in goals in Europe as well, and I guess he's playing Champions League next season by the looks of it. So let's see how he does
It's
there
only
as
going to
well.
go up from here. Hopefully, he keeps that maintaining. In regards to that cam, I would rather put one of the two, like one of Phil or Palmer in that, rather than have them and put someone else on that left and right.
Really? But then who really stands out as a left winger? Woodrick.
That would do that to me.
All right. Well, okay. All right. So we're gonna get to the other segment of the show. I think is our versus rounds. I think for this week it's gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be sort of like a triple threat match. So we're going to start bench or sell sort of, little segment we got there. So we've got Cole Palmer the man in your corner. You got Bukayo Saka, the man in this corner. I don't claim him, but let's say Phil Foden as well. So out of Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, or Phil Foden, start, bench, or sell. Dre, who would you start?
That's cruel.
Bench or sell?
That's cruel. What are we saying? Is this a one season wonder that you need, or is this 5 seasons that you need?
Let's just say, who would you take in your team right now? If you was a manager of a squad and you could pick out of these 3 players to bring into your squad, who do you bring in?
Yeah.
No bias hats, yeah?
Sorry?
No bias hats.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Do you have a bias hat on?
I'm going to hold some corn for this, innit? But I'm starting Foden. Benching Saka.
Okay.
And I'm selling Cole Palmer.
So wait, okay, so you're one of the Arsenal fans that actually think Saka's not as good as Foden.
No, he's not. He's
All
not.
right. What about you, DJ? You tell me. You said no bias hats, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But
just pointing out that who's
has Saka ever scored 20 goals?
No.
Cool. I guess my argument. So I will start Phil Foden and bench Cole Palmer, and I guess I'll be selling Saka.
So your reason for selling Saka is because he hasn't scored 20 goals.
And 10 assists.
So he hasn't scored 20 goals from playing as an actual right mid, where Cole Palmer plays as a cam, right side of the cam, basically.
I mean, Palmer's got a few pens
This
as
is
well.
the argument. This is the argument. This is the argument. He's got 9 penalties or 10 penalties.
But no, I'm not taking anything away from him. But
You still have to score them.
Cole Palmer, he has played up top this season as well. You
Didn't
know what I'm saying?
Ivan Toney get a call up to England because he scored penalties?
No, because he's been a very pivotal player for Brentford. He's been their main man.
Nah, he's been good for, but he's been good for.
Like, why would you even
He's
say
come
that?
in and he knows how to control that game.
See, like, listen. This is not the Sunday show, bro. We're not being biased here.
Burmo has been in Burmo. I can never.
Brian Mbeumo.
Mbeumo.
Brian Mbeumo, yes.
If you want to tell me key player for a team
for this season, yes, because Tony was out.
Yeah, even last season.
Obviously he was a key player as well, but Tony was the main man.
Okay, cool. So let's say I'm being biased. Cool? Let's say I'm being biased.
Yeah.
Let's take it from an unbiased point of view. I'm gonna put my one. All right. I think Foden has to start. I think everyone knows Foden has to start.
No. I'm just saying. Let's say I'm being biased. On what category can I say, based on this season, that I should overlook what Palmer's done to what Saka's done for Arsenal? We can, and then this is what I was arguing. We were talking off air about how should you judge 2 different players who come from 2 different teams technically have a trajectory of 2 different goals. So our goal in Chelsea, obviously trying to make a European sport. Your goal in Arsenal, obviously already being in a European sport, trying to attain that next spot.
Let me just stop you there, because Chelsea are not going for Europe. They're nowhere near Europe.
Okay,
let's just nip that in the bud.
Cool. We know.
They're not in Europe.
End of the season, when it happens, I'm gonna be here. Point being, how then do you then judge a player on their credentials alone?
Cole Palmer has had an amazing season for a team that has just got back into the top half of the Premier League. Bukayo Saka.
We were there the whole time.
Bukayo Saka.
We were there the whole time.
Is the main player for Arsenal, and there is no.
Why is he not your captain?
There's no other debate about it.
I think
for this season,
I think of merit, I'll probably say Saka bench and sell Palmer.
We have no.
I think that's how
goal scoring striker. We have no goal scoring striker, so he's our main threat. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Obviously, sometimes it's not enough, but he's our main threat. Okay. And when we've main threats, you're gonna get doubled up on, and they've been doing this.
All right. Well, okay. So I got another one for you. I mean, no forwards, but centre backs. John Stones from Man City, William Saliba from Arsenal, or Virgil van Dijk. Who would you have in your team right now in this moment?
As in, like, what their age is now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not go off their prime. Let's not go off prime. Let's go off
Van Dijk. I would have took it. I don't know, man. This is tough.
Oh, it's tough because you know the right answer and you just don't want to say it.
Do you know? All right. Let me do it. I'll go. I'll tell you what. If I was going to start one, if I was going to keep one player to start with, just because of what they bring to the table, I think like just because of their potential and their ceiling, I'm gonna go for William Saliba.
He's French managers don't like him.
French managers cannot like him, but listen, I like him, and I think what he brings to a team and the ability he has, not just on the ball but defensively, he is sound. What he done to Erling Haaland, you don't see much of that. The only other centre back that has done to what Erling Haaland was
But how much
was Rudiger.
How much validation did we take on that when we were both saying in the same breath that he's had arguably his worst?
Is he not joined top goal scorer though in the league?
No, but if that's saying how good he is. That being said, arguably his worst season. How great is that?
Whose?
That William CB.
That statement of Haaland.
Oh no, I'm
being
just saying
locked
like
up by Saliba.
off like even potential. He's still a very young centre back for what he's done.
No argument.
I'll bench Stones.
Okay.
I'll bench Stones. I think selling Van Dijk is just simply because of his age. He sort of slowed down. He hasn't been the same since his injury, and I think that's just everyone's going to be sort of that's where he will land for everyone's opinion. I don't know what you think, Dre. Or
With my
DJ.
biased hat on, I'll just do a quick swift zero. I'm starting John Stones because of how much I can do with this guy, like what he can bring to my team, like solidarity. Like I don't think anyone understands how many defenders Pep Guardiola tried to make do the things John Stones is just making it happen for him. And have you seen that there's a short clip of John Stones and Pep going back and forth, and then post-match Pep engages about how much development he's had to take, and even owns up to the fact that at one point he was third and Laporta was better than him.
Yeah.
And his development and how ingrained he's come since that point to now, that's what I need to see. I need to see a player that can actually be coachable and develop. Do you know what I'm saying? So in many cases, I'm gonna go with that. I haven't seen enough of William. I won't lie.
Really?
I every time I have seen him, he's given me okay performances. It hasn't been like.
Dre, you're ready to explode,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
You're ready to
This guy-
explode.
this guy-
You're ready to
this
This
explode.
is a joke.
Because
This is an absolute disgrace.
I'm
So-
telling
so
you
What
who-
is
the
this
truth.
guy saying?
I mean, I can already, we can already assume, I think, like, what you're going to go for. But
no,
go
what
on,
you
go
gonna
on.
say?
Say it anyway.
What are you on about? Oh yeah, we haven't seen enough. What are you on about? Okay,
I ain't seen
performances.
enough.
This is rubbish, bro. I almost swore.
I ain't seen
Like, are you alright? Like, are you actually okay? Anyways, I'm gonna start William Saliba, who has been the best centre back in the league. Van Dijk obviously has had that spell. Oh, they thought I was finished winning the not the Carling Cup, sorry, the EFL Cup or whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying?
I missed it when they called it the Carling Cup, though.
It will forever be the Carling Cup for me, innit?
But the EFL, they're gone, and then what?
Oh yeah. So they thought I was finished. So yeah. Anyways, now he hasn't had that assured partner. He's looked a lot weaker. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know in the comments. So for that, and because of John Stones' also ability and ball playing, and he can step into the midfield. But obviously, John Stones again does need a partner. You know what I'm saying?
I think, yeah, that's been a bit evident as well.
So
sometimes.
I would start Saliba. I would bench John Stones.
All right, quick one I want to throw in. I think this came to my head. Start, bench yourself. Isaac, Tony, or Watkins?
Oh, I know, man.
I am going
Quick,
to
let's go quick.
start
That's it.
Isak. I'm going to bench Watkins. And I'm going to sell Tony.
Really?
Literally, son.
Really? I saw what.
Do you know why?
I'll probably go the same, but I'd say the
Have you
same.
not
Yeah.
see what this guy did to our friend Joey, Tottenham Joey?
Yeah.
Like, Joe
Unreal.
them man punched up Tottenham so bad. I
Banged them in the face, bro.
promise you now, yeah. Tottenham
They left him dead. They left him
It
dead.
rained that day, innit? Tottenham Joey was doing rain dances,
Do you know it?
praying for Arsenal loss, and then we actually lost.
He didn't want to go to Newcastle from last season's results as well.
Yeah,
So he had flashbacks. But anyway, I mean, I guess that's the end of the show, guys. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, good to see you're back resurrected back from the dead.
injury.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, you're in the dead now with Arsenal. So.
Guys, you see the slander they give us?
Where's Man United producer? Where are they in the table?
Anyways, I guess that's been the BV midweek show for myself, Nico.
Please, guys,
TV
in the
Nico.
comments, whatever you want. If you see this on Instagram, wherever you see us, give us a better name. I'm begging of you.
You heard the
That
man.
We want
You heard
to
the man.
interact with us. We will try and go back and forth for verbatim, but give us your views.
Yes. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Till next
Sure.
time. Bless.
Love.